back with you. It's Amy and Natalie. And,
I'm sorry, I'm like trying to push her out of the way because she was taking all the space in Instagram.
Oh, it smelled good.
You do. We're live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, and then afterwards we started uploading these videos to YouTube in case you missed something, and it's easier to find it in the YouTube stream. We're going to try to read your comments as they come by. Michaela's on. Thanks for watching, Michaela.
My sister-in-law, little Sammy.
Hey, a real sweetheart.
It's good to know that at least my family likes us.
We've got family. I know my sister-in-law is a pretty consistent watcher. Hey, Tia. Events to Celebrate is her site. So we love you all. Thank you for coming.
Life with Oliver and Henry. I'm sure Oliver and Henry are cute.
I know. They're probably two little boys that you love. Okay, we're excited today because we're still in lunch packing season. I think we're going to continue the lunch idea for a couple more weeks because so many of you have questions about what to send your kids for lunch, and we have the solutions, we have the answers because we want it to be healthy and fun for your kids, and we actually want them to eat it because, as you know, that is like the first most important thing, that your kids actually eat what they have. It doesn't matter. So,
Square?
maybe it's our background. Anyway, okay, so before we start, we have right now the link that I put in the description goes to our meal plan page where you can get a new lunch idea every single day, all year. And during the school year, we try to take the pictures for the most part.
There's so many parts. So literally after the first day, they started on Tuesday, I put it in my dishwasher and it filled up like a whole row on the top of my dishwasher. So I didn't love that, but it did have some cool things. But these, so there's you're going to get 4 different colors. And please hold, lovely assistant. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. It's super basic, super simple. You can fit 3 different things. And this is square, so a lot of times people are like, oh, it's for a sandwich. We're going to show you today some ways to mix it up. And we've put salad in here, pasta salad, green salad, whatever kind of salad. And what I like about it is because, you know, like our plates, we have half our plates should be fruits and vegetables. Whether it's this side or this side, then I can tell my kids half of your lunch should also be fruits and vegetables. Hi from Greece. Wow. That's exciting.
Okay.
Okay, and these hold a surprisingly large amount of food. Like in this one, you can see we have grapes and carrots. There's probably at least a half a cup of grapes in here, and this one's probably more like 3/4 of a cup of carrots. So.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what we want to talk about today...
Oh wait, I didn't show you the mini dippers. Now, you're not going to get these free when you order meal plans, but you can totally buy these, and anything works really, but look how cute. I love them for ranch, hummus, sun butter, or like if you just want to send your kids stuff to assemble, they're cute.
Yeah, they're adorable. So, those are easy lunch boxes, and you get them if you sign up for our meal plans. So, now on to our breakfast repurposed for lunch. Now, I have to say that when my kids were little, there was a day we woke up and there was no bread in the house. And I was like, I have no idea what we're going to send to lunch. And so, even though we hadn't made pancakes for breakfast, I actually made pancakes just for lunch, but with the intention of making them my sandwich. So what happened was I just made a couple of pancakes really fast before, while my kids were eating cereal probably, and then this became the sandwich. And some really yummy things so if you make pancakes for breakfast, just make a couple extra and you can send them for lunch. So things that we've made with our pancake sandwich is peanut butter and jelly. Some of your schools are peanut-free completely. We're not in Utah for the most part yet, so you can do sunflower and jelly. We've also put an egg and cheese between this. Super good. I mean, I think they do that at the fast food joints anyway, so it's not that, like, unique.
And you know how we've done it?
How?
So I'm like a big prepare ahead of time because it just works out better. And a little tip, if you plan to be on time, you plan to be late. If you plan to be early, you plan to be on time.
Well, there you go.
So I always plan to be early because I know in the morning something's going to happen. Like someone doesn't like the way their jeans fit. Do you feel me? Like, these are too tight. These are too loose. I hate this shirt. I can't find my shoe. So anyway, what I do with that egg thing is in a muffin tin, I'll just bake like 12 eggs. And then you can keep them in your fridge like that.
Oh, yeah. And then you can just put it on.
A sandwich.
Totally
like
okay.
doing that.
So you just spread like a regular sandwich, put your top on, and then you have, like, how fast and easy was that lunch? We always make sure to include a fruit and a vegetable with every lunch. With your sandwich, if you wanted to keep your fruit in here, you can have sliced bananas on it. The sun butter makes a great protein.
And picky eater tip. So I have 2 kids who are not picky, 1 kid who is extremely picky, and she does not like crusts on bread.
Oh, this is both.
Which I don't understand why kids don't like crusts, but this is a resolution to the crust problem. Because I'm like, I'm not cutting your crust off. Your crust off.
And prepping tip number 7 is, just kidding, you can make a whole bunch of pancakes on the weekend and freeze them. And what I like to do is freeze them in between layers of wax paper and then put them in a freezer-safe container. And that way they stay separate. You don't have to like peel it apart, but you have individual pancakes. You can take 2 pancakes out of the freezer in the morning and pack it still frozen, and it will be defrosted by lunch.
You gonna take a bite of pancake sandwich?
Delicious.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, totally. So, I always have muffins in my freezer. These are our favorite. This is the title. It's on our website, Best Brand Muffins, I think.
It is, and it's really popular. People
You guys
go to that recipe a lot.
Which, if you haven't, you should, and it makes a ton. So I always freeze them. They freeze super nice for a long time, and then you just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and it's like you're eating a hot, fresh muffin in your oven. Okay, so what you're gonna do if you used a paper, you want to peel the paper off, and then we are going to slice in half horizontally, so like hamburger style. So, okay. Now you just put whatever you want on it. You can do turkey and cheese. I mean, depending on the kind of muffin. Like this brown muffin's pretty versatile. And so you could do anything. And then look, here's your little sandwich.
Yay! And you know what else I like? I've sent cream cheese and cucumbers in between it, which is really delicious. Adding a piece of lettuce, of course, is appropriate for a sandwich like this. Or it could be a sweet sandwich like the pancakes we talked about. And you can do sun butter and jam. And
if you have a growing child who's like a hungry boy, you can put 2.
Yes, you can.
And so a lot of times, like, parents are asking us, like, my kids don't like carrot sticks and celery sticks because that's the typical lunch veggies, right? Well, we're believers in you don't just, like, make your kids eat carrot sticks 10 times and then they're going to like it. Try a different form. So, right here we've got just steamed carrots and peas.
Yep.
So, this is a good alternative to your raw veggies is just some steamed frozen veggies. Yummy. There you go.
Yeah, and back to what Natalie said, I feel like we should spend a lot more time on that. Maybe we'll do more Facebook Lives about it. But carrots can be served in like 10, 12, 15 different ways. And so you can try frozen, you can try fresh, you can try with dips. You can try roasted, blended, whatever. Just blending it into, even blending it into muffins. She has a recipe where we do that. Muffin. Yeah, so there's just a million different ways for your kids to learn to like a specific food beyond the make them try it 10 times and then they'll accept it.
And that's the one thing that our meal plan does. It always integrates fruits and veggies in the lunch.
In a variety of ways.
Yeah, because I feel like as a mom of kids who are packing lunches, you get stuck, right? You're like, oh, apple slices and carrot sticks.
Yes.
And honestly, what kid's going to want to eat that every day?
Well,
I don't even want to eat that every day.
And here's the perfect example. Broccoli. So broccoli, some kids like it, some kids don't. But if you've ever tried broccoli slaw with a sweet dressing on it, it's totally different. It does not taste like broccoli.
No.
And so there's definitely a way, if you try enough different options, how to do it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Still Living in a Zoo. She's watching in the UK and she loves our live. We love you.
We do.
Because we love to do this.
Our Facebook's kind of quiet today.
Facebook, you're quiet today. Who's on Facebook?
Who is Picky Eaters? And let me ask you, how old are your kids that are picky eaters? So my picky eater is 8 years old. And I told you guys last week or the week before that my girls are going to pack their lunches every day this year. So today she packed herself some leftovers that we made some Dutch oven food over the weekend. And she packed the leftovers herself. She heated up in the microwave and she put it in one of those little thermos containers.
What was that? What was in it?
It was like chicken and carrots and potatoes and mushrooms and stuff.
I love it.
And yeah. Okay,
it's
so
possible.
your kids, ages 9 and 6, ages 3. Oh, we have Laura, whose child is 11. Her picky eater is 11. So frustrating.
20-year-old. Holly says 20-year-old.
Oh, 10-year-old. She said, just kidding. 10-year-old.
Oh, I was like, but that's not outrageous. We have so many moms who write into us saying it's their husbands that are the picky eaters.
Yeah.
Not that your husband's 20, but,
Okay, so let's talk about those preteen just for a second.
Okay.
The picky eater. What advice can you give us, Amy? Because
okay.
Amy's daughter only used to eat cereal. Was it?
Well, that was Nate who only ate cereal. Erica was my flip-flopper.
Oh,
One
yeah.
day she would like something and the next day she would hate it. And it was never the same and you could never predict it. And so it was very frustrating. But I think the biggest thing for her was letting her be independent and letting her make those choices. So I would prep the food. So I would have the muffins in the freezer. I would have the salads in a jar. I would have all these things ready. I would have like veggies cut and ready to go. And then it was just up to her. She gets hungry. So she's, if she's looking through the fridge, she can be like, okay, that'll be okay for today. And it was her choice. And I think that that's the biggest thing, especially with those tweens, is let them be independent. Let them exercise their freedom and let it be their choice. But their choice is within the parameters of what you've purchased and provided.
Totally.
So,
that's such good advice.
Yes, and I just have to say, the day I saw her take one of our salad jars and just eat the whole thing, I was like, the heavens parted and the angels were singing. I never thought it would happen. I really didn't. And she was probably like 12, and so it had been a long time coming.
So here's a comment for people who have younger children. So Etchy from Instagram says that her baby was good at eating veggies, but now he's going on 2 and he just will not eat them. That's totally normal. I'm sure like a bunch of you can relate to that. If you can, give us a heart.
Yeah, and for that, our biggest advice that we kind of stole from one of our writers, Tarita, is that she says, as long as she provides the healthy food, then she's succeeded.
Yeah.
It's like whether they eat it or not is going to be irrelevant to how she feels as her success of the day.
Well, and the reason for that is kids get the message, right? Day after day, meal after meal, they are learning how to eat. So just because they don't want to eat vegetables for 5 years, maybe sometimes, they're learning that, oh, we eat vegetables with every meal. Okay, really quick. So Holly said that her son doesn't like sandwiches and he has a nut allergy. There's a lot of you with nut allergies.
Okay, then let's just move on to my last recipe.
And our meal plans, the whole reason we're doing school lunches is because, you guys, our meal plans have hundreds of lunch ideas that are nut-free.
And hundreds of non-sandwich
nut-free lunch ideas, because that's what you guys need.
Salads, pastas, everything like
that. The muffins look amazing. Thanks, Bruce.
They are amazing.
Bruce, Mama.
I was going to say one more thing.
They were really good.
Oh, I was going to say one more thing about those little ones who aren't going to eat yet. Just being the role model. Somebody asked, if you're a member, you can get into our private Facebook group, and one member asked what the best spiralizer is, but because she doesn't want to spend the money if her kids aren't going to eat the zoodles. And my first thought was, you eat them. I eat them every day, so my kids are like, what you eating, Mom? I think it's very powerful. Just buy your spiralizer and eat them yourself, and then your kids will follow later.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
So here's my last breakfast. We love
breakfast
hard-boiled eggs.
repurposed to lunch.
Breakfast repurposed to lunch.
For those of you just jumping on, we're talking about how you can use foods you already have made for breakfast, put them into lunch foods, and then you're only doing one meal creation.
So a quick breakfast we have often are hard-boiled eggs with some toast. We love it. It's with a little bit of avocado on it. Delicious, delicious. So usually, and especially around Easter time, we've got tons of hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, and my kids just eat them all day. So what we'll do is, if we have hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, I'll just take one. I'll slice it up to make egg salad for lunch. And simplest way to do it is with either a little mayonnaise or a little Greek yogurt. This I've done half and half because I kind of like the tangy taste of Greek yogurt, but I also like, I was going to say the tangy taste of mayonnaise, but I don't know.
Mayonnaise is more rich and smooth.
Yeah, it really is. So I've got both of those in there. I like adding the Greek yogurt because it's a great source of protein, and your eggs are a great source of protein too. So it's just double duty. You can add some chopped celery.
Mash that up with a fork, or you like it chunky?
Oh, I do like it chunky. Do you like it mushy?
We mash ours, but
yeah.
To each his own.
So you can actually send the egg salad to school in one of those little dipper containers or in the side thing, or you can make it into a sandwich. I thought it was funny, if we're going to repurpose things from leftovers, this was last night's dinner. We had burgers, and so you could just repurpose, because I think we had 9 buns in the bag, and we only made 4 burgers. And so I had 5 extra burgers, which is weird. Buns. I had 5 extra buns. So I would make a sandwich with the egg salad and just send it to school like that.
Kimber from Instagram is wondering if we unshell and leave them in the fridge.
I leave them in the shell, personally. What do you do?
I leave them in the shell too, but I've actually thought about unshelling them. It's just an extra step when you're cooking, but you could.
Yeah,
Either way is fine. They hold up just fine unshelled, if that's what you're asking. Yes,
true.
You can definitely do that, and it is faster when you're preparing in the moment. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny the different batches that you make. Some will shell easily, and some are impossible to remove. So if your kids are little, then I would probably shell it for them.
Look, it kind of fits an apple. You're gonna have to.
I would cut the apple.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our 3 repurposed foods. So to recap,
you just said to eat them all day, so she's just wondering.
What all day?
Boiled eggs.
Yeah, my kids will come home from school if we have hard-boiled eggs, and they'll eat them then. So we don't always have them in the fridge. That was misleading. At Easter, we always have them in the fridge. When I make them for breakfast, I'll make a dozen, and they'll eat them like all day until they're gone.
I actually always have boiled eggs.
Do you always have them?
Constantly. So I have 2, those clear egg containers?
Yeah.
So one I have labeled fresh eggs and one I have labeled boiled eggs.
Oh, I've seen that container in your fridge.
So
will your kids eat these on their own just as snacks? And
I got one of those egg slicers.
Yeah.
And they love it. It's really fun. It's like have you seen those YouTube videos? It's like strangely satisfying things to watch. When you use an egg slicer and an egg, it's like, So.
Okay, so we've got a pancake that we made into a sandwich. That was leftover breakfast. You could do peanut butter and jelly or sun butter and jelly if you're in nut-free school. You can do cream cheese and cucumbers. You can do ham and cheese, and you can do egg and cheese.
So as an alternative to pancakes, waffles work well too.
And freeze well.
And I just toasted these. They got a little dark. But then it's more crispy so that when you get to school, your sandwich isn't soggy. But we like waffles.
And then number 2 was repurposing our muffins, which usually on Saturdays we make muffins in the meal plan. Every Saturday,
yes,
I think.
Every
Saturday there's a new muffin. And so if you make enough to spread throughout the week, slice it this way, make it into a sandwich.
And you can
This one is a savory sandwich because it's a more savory muffin.
Yeah. You can store your muffins in the fridge to make them last a little longer. I personally make a lot because we love these and freeze them.
Yeah.
But you can store them in the fridge.
Natalie is a freezing expert.
I have 3 freezers. It's embarrassing. But I bulk cook, I freeze stuff, so it's easy because I have 4 small children, so I gotta be efficient when it's
right.
So.
And what I love about prepping ahead of time is the mess only happens once.
Yes. It saves so much time.
The mess only happens once.
With dishes.
Then last is if you're going to make hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, make a couple extra and send egg salad sandwiches or just egg salad if you don't.
With crackers.
Oh, with crackers, or like if you like wraps, like in a lettuce leaf. Might not be enough calories for kids, but I would think it would be delicious.
A tortilla wrap.
Yeah, no tortilla for sure.
Facebook comment, very last one.
Okay, my daughter is 2. This is from Jocelyn. And doesn't like meat, fish, eggs, or most traditional sources of protein. Allergies are not a concern for us. She loves fruit and most veggies. What are some options available for? And then I can't click to see more.
Feed her.
Feed her. Oh, I didn't have to do this. Okay, you know what? We have some really yummy salad, quinoa salad with beans that are good. Quinoa is a great source of protein as well as beans.
Let me just speak to the kids not liking meat because we've had a lot of parents talk to us about this, that their kid doesn't like to eat meat, and it freaks parents out. But you don't need to be freaked out. There's so many sources of protein that are good for kids, and quinoa is one of them. So quinoa specifically has a lot of protein for a grain, but other whole grains have protein as well.
They do. And I'm a big fan of legumes. So black beans, kidney beans.
That's what I was going to say. Lentils.
Even edamame. Like you can, in fact, we shared a picture on Instagram today, and one of the little side is edamame. And so that is a great source of protein. And then I know you don't have a nut allergy, so of course any kind of nut butter, but also seed butter. Sunflower seed butter is a great source of protein.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And then you can even make...
Or like a little handful of nuts or seeds.
Yeah.
I always also chia seeds. I put them in smoothies, and those are a good source of protein.
I was going to say smoothies for sure, because you can pack... Oh, and then Greek yogurt.
Yep.
This is... I think the Greek yogurt I had has 22 grams of protein per cup.
Yeah.
That's like as much as chicken.
That's a lot. Totally. So smoothies are a really, really good source.
And you know what's delicious? Slicing your apple and dipping it into your Greek yogurt.
Oh, okay. Tamara wants to know... first Kimber wants to know how to sign up to be a member. Yay, Kimber!
Kimber, we want you to join because we love our membership so much.
Okay,
and
Kimber.
the link is in the description.
On
Oh, sorry,
good.
she's on Instagram. Just go to superhealthykids.com and click on meal plans.
Yeah.
Easy.
You'll see it. And right now, you guys, don't forget, if you
get
sign up,
free
get
lunch
4
boxes.
free of these cute lunch boxes that are bento style, but way easier.
Okay, tomorrow.
Oh, and then we have, do you have some brand names of snacks to send in their lunch
Yeah.
boxes? Yes. So we talked about, was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
With
Oh yeah, no.
Oh.
Snap, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Stretch Island.
Stretch Island fruit leather
Uh-huh.
is all fruit, no sugar.
We like the
Oh, no added
the
sugar.
applesauce squeeze pouches. I can't remember the exact brand, but
I think most of the brands
Any
don't
brands.
put sugar, added sugar in those.
I just bought one from Costco. And it's a fruit and veggie squeeze pouch, so it has both in it. It's like green; they're about that big. We really like those. We like Dole, in, like the fruit cups in
Yeah.
natural juices, not the
Yeah,
sweetened
yeah.
kind. So Dole has some good things. What else do we talk about?
Granola bars, like if you like to send granola
Oh,
bars,
yeah.
you can get some Kind bars that are pretty clean on the ingredients.
The kids' Cliff Bars are pretty good. And then there's another granola bar that we buy that we like. Kimber, you caught us. You caught me in a stupor.
Yes.
Okay,
I think
So-
that's all we have. So,
if you're interested in signing up, checking out our meal plans and getting these free lunch boxes,
or come into my kitchen and eating all my grapes with me, because I can't stop.
on over. Click on
Lara
the link.
bars. I
Lara
love
bar.
Lara bars.
That's what it is.
For
Lara
sure.
Bar. Thank you for that, Ms. Everett. On Facebook.
And Ms.
on
Rosario,
Instagram.
these containers are called Easy Lunch Boxes. If you search that, they'll come right up. But right now, you can get them through our website for free if you sign up for our
You get
meal
4 free. And that's pretty much all you're going to need, right? If you only have, if you have 4 kids or less.
Yes.
Which I do.
So we'd also like to know what other future Facebook Live topics you want to see. I personally keep wanting to have guests on here. So if you have any other bloggers that you love and want to see on our Facebook Live, we'll totally reach out and ask them to come on with us.
Mama Kumquat from Instagram wants to know if these are leak proof. So if you have something that's a liquid, it's not. But in between the separators is what she's wondering. Like,
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you put a thicker something like yogurt,
It'll be fine.
it'll be fine. So just not like straight up liquid. So
I'm
yeah,
wondering if
they
these...
seal pretty tight. I don't know if you can see that.
And if you really need to, they sell these separately, but they say they are leak resistant. So if you get the little mini dippers for the inside, they fit right in there.
Or we've done some other ones that I love. Whiskware, their snack containers. They actually have screw-on lids, and they're 100% leak-proof. Like I've sent liquid soup in them.
I feel like Mini Mama Moments might have had a disaster because she says they are not leak proof.
Okay, yeah. So let's be clear with that. Not leak-proof.
Not leak proof, but creamy, thick sauces proof.
Yeah, and they will keep things separated.
Yeah,
Like,
they'll definitely keep things
like
separated for
the
you.
separator goes right up under this lid section.
Yeah, so it's not like something from this section is going to spill over the top of the lip and go into the other.
Yes. Okay.
Linda Arnold, do we really speak in a high pitch? Because it doesn't feel like we are.
We can talk
But we
lower.
can try to lower our
We will
voices.
train ourselves to speak lower.
We don't want to give anybody a headache.
No.
Thank you for the feedback. Much appreciated.
Oh, so Mama Kumquat, now I'm No, I'm worried. I'm talking about high pitched voice.
That is the Whiskware snack container.
And the link's in one of the comments. Whiskware.com. They're
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
So,
Okay, we'll let you go. Thanks for watching and hanging in with us. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and we'll come back to them later
we'll
tonight.
see you next week at 1 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time.